As we journey through life, something subtle begins to happen, something we don't always notice until much later. We start losing tiny pieces of ourselves. Not all at once, but slowly, quietly, almost unnoticeably. As responsibilities pile up, as the world demands more from us, as expectations tighten around our shoulders, we begin to change. We adapt. We survive. We do what must be done. And somewhere in the middle of all that, the dreamer inside us, the version of ourselves who was hopeful, excited, curious, unafraid, begins to fade. We don't lose this part intentionally. Life simply becomes louder than our inner voice. Careers, bills, family, obligations, routine. All of them slowly push our true essence deeper and deeper into the background. Until one day, we look in the mirror and think, when did I become someone I don't fully recognize? But then, out of nowhere, someone enters your life. Someone different. Not someone impressed by what the world praises. Not someone drawn to your achievements or your status. Not someone who cares about what you own, what you earn, or what you can offer. This person sees you. The real you. They look past the layers you've built, the identity you've shaped for survival, and somehow find the version of you that has been buried under years of responsibilities. They notice things about you that others have forgotten. Your humor, your spark, the softness in your heart, the way your eyes light up when you talk about something you love. With them, you don't feel judged. You don't feel the pressure to perform, impress, or pretend. With them, you feel lighter, freer, more at home in your own skin. It might be someone from your past. An old friend, a childhood companion, someone who knew you before life became complicated. Or it might be someone entirely new. A person who walks into your adult life and instantly makes you feel seen in a way that takes you by surprise. Either way, their presence feels familiar, comforting, almost sacred. Because they don't just see who you are now. They see who you've always been. And that creates a kind of emotional impact that words can't fully describe. Suddenly, the parts of yourself you thought you had lost begin to return. Your confidence, your humor, your creativity, your curiosity, your courage, your joy. It's as if this person holds a gentle mirror up to your soul, reflecting back the best version of you. The version that slipped away while you weren't paying attention. When you talk to them, you feel alive again. You feel understood. You feel like the world hasn't hardened you as much as you feared. You feel like there are still dreams inside you waiting to be awakened. And this isn't accidental. Psychologists say that having even one person who understands you authentically, who truly gets you, can dramatically increase happiness, emotional stability, and overall well-being, especially as we age. It's not about the number of friendships. It's the depth. It's the emotional quality, the trust, the genuine connection. When someone sees your essence, they give you permission to reconnect with the parts of yourself you forgot. They remind you that the real you never disappeared. You just stopped looking. And as we grow older, that reminder becomes powerful. It becomes grounding. It becomes healing. Because rediscovering yourself through someone else's understanding might be one of the greatest gifts life ever gives you. So if there is someone in your life who makes you feel like you've come home to yourself, someone whose presence brings back the truest parts of who you are, hold on to them, cherish them, appreciate them. Because people like that do not come often. And when someone helps you return to yourself, hold on to them with both hands. As we grow older, the value of words changes. Flattery, the compliments, the hollow praise, the polite nods, loses its charm. Comfort, when offered without honesty, becomes almost meaningless. We've learned through experience that too much softness without truth can lull us into complacency. It can let us drift, unchecked, into mediocrity. And so, in the tapestry of life, one kind of person becomes more precious than all the rest. The one who dares to speak the truth when everyone else stays silent. This is not someone cruel, nor someone eager to criticize for the sake of power or control. This person is grounded in love. Their honesty comes from care, from respect, from a deep recognition of your potential. They see you not only as you are, but as you could be. When you falter, when you make excuses, when you drift from your values, your integrity, your dreams, they reach out. They speak the words you might not want to hear, but the words you need most. It might sting at first. Their truth can be uncomfortable. It can shake you out of routines, comfort zones, and habits you've clung to for years. But beneath the initial discomfort is a profound gift, clarity. Because someone who tells you the hard truth does not aim to diminish you. They aim to awaken you. They aim to preserve the best parts of your character when life threatens to erode them. They help you recognize where you've been settling, where you've been hiding from your own potential, where you've been quiet when courage was needed. And the impact is transformative. With their guidance, your mind sharpens. Your decisions gain weight and thoughtfulness. Your spirit remains strong. Your values endure. Even as the years pass, you continue to grow, not despite age, but because of this kind of relationship. Psychologists have long noted that honest, supportive relationships are critical for emotional health, especially in later life. They protect clarity, promote resilience, and prevent the slow erosion of self-awareness that can come with time. Being surrounded by people who only say what feels easy or polite may feel safe. But it does not challenge you to evolve. It does not remind you of your worth. It does not keep your inner compass aligned with your true north. In contrast, the person who speaks truth with kindness, who dares to call out your blind spots, your excuses, your self-doubt, does more than correct you. They help you become the person you always had the potential to be. They remind you that growth has no expiration date, that life is not over when the years add up, and that courage is still within you even in your 60s, 70s, or beyond. So, if you have someone like this in your life, someone who speaks truth even when it's uncomfortable, someone who values your growth over your comfort, hold them close. Because in the grand story of your life, the one who dares to tell you the hard truth loves you more than the one who stays silent. Visual cue. Slow zoom on two hands clasped in support, a warm smile after a serious conversation, sunlight breaking through clouds. This is a rare kind of love. Not loud or flashy, but quiet, enduring, and transformative. And it is the kind of presence that keeps your heart humble, your character alive, and your life aligned with what truly matters. As the years go by, life begins to feel heavier. Responsibilities pile up. Losses accumulate. The weight of expectations, your own, and those of the world, presses down in ways that you barely notice until one day, you realize something important has slipped away. Laughter. That pure, unrestrained joy that once bubbled easily from your soul. The kind that made even ordinary days feel extraordinary. It has grown rare. You may have forgotten what it feels like to laugh without restraint, to feel your chest lift with a sound that is entirely your own. Life has taught you seriousness. It has taught you caution. It has taught you to suppress the moments that make you feel light, foolish, or free. But then, like a ray of sunlight through a stormy sky, someone enters your life. This is the person who reminds you that laughter is not just a luxury for the young. It is medicine for the heart, the soul, and even the body. They have a lightness about them, a way of seeing the world that transforms ordinary moments into memories that linger. A simple conversation with them can turn the mundane into magic. A shared glance can spark a smile that warms you from the inside out. A small joke, a playful nudge, a burst of contagious laughter, suddenly, your heart remembers something it had almost forgotten. It might be a lifelong friend who still tells the same story with a new twist. It might be a grandchild with wild imagination, whose giggles light up a room. Or it could be a new friend, a colleague, a neighbor, anyone who has the gift of turning ordinary life into something joyful. And the effects are profound. Laughter relieves stress that words cannot touch. It melts tension built up over decades. It connects hearts in a rhythm that does not require explanation. Studies show that shared laughter strengthens bonds, reduces feelings of loneliness, and even improves physical health. It lowers stress hormones, eases blood pressure, and strengthens the heart, both emotionally and literally. But the most beautiful thing about this person is not just the laughter they bring. It's the reminder they offer. That life, even with its hardships, is not meant to be endured silently. It is meant to be lived fully, with joy, curiosity, and openness. They help you see the absurdities, the quirks, the little moments of beauty you may have stopped noticing. They teach you that laughter is a quiet rebellion against the weight of time. And in that laughter, something extraordinary happens. Your spirit feels lighter. Your outlook feels renewed. You are reminded of the youthful spark that still burns inside you. The spark that can't be measured by age, circumstance, or hardship. So if there is someone in your life who makes your soul laugh, who can turn even the heaviest day into something bright, who reminds you that joy is still possible, even in the middle of responsibility and challenge, hold on to them. Cherish them. Celebrate them. Because these are the people who keep your heart young, who remind you that life is not just about survival or duty, but about delight, connection, and the simple, transformative power of shared joy. Remember this. Hold on to the one who makes your soul laugh. They keep you young. As we move further into life, certain realities become unavoidable. Our bodies slow down. Health declines in ways we didn't anticipate. Loss of loved ones, of opportunities, of the life we once imagined, becomes more frequent. The years bring wisdom, yes, but they also bring challenges that test our strength, patience, and resilience. And in these moments, when the world feels heavier, when hope feels fragile, when even the simplest tasks feel daunting, most people step back. Some drift away. Some vanish quietly, leaving empty words or polite excuses. But there is one kind of person whose presence defies all of that. They are the ones who stay. Not because it is convenient. Not because it is easy. Not because they are obligated. They stay because they choose to. They show up when life falls apart. They sit with you in silence when words fail. They carry no judgment, no expectation, no rush to fix. They offer presence, steady, unshakable, genuine presence. Sometimes, life doesn't require advice, guidance, or solutions. Sometimes, it simply requires someone who refuses to leave. Someone who anchors you when storms rage. Someone whose loyalty and constancy remind you that, even in the midst of chaos, you are not alone. And the emotional power of such a person is profound. Their stability becomes a refuge for your spirit. Their loyalty becomes more valuable than gold. Their simple presence, quiet, patient, enduring, brings peace that cannot be measured by words or gestures. Psychologists have found that consistent, supportive relationships act as a protective factor in later life. They shield emotional well-being, reduce stress, and provide a sense of safety that no material comfort can replace. They remind us that the foundation of a meaningful life is not fleeting excitement or shallow interactions, but the enduring bonds of those who choose to walk beside us, even when the path is difficult. This person does not abandon you when circumstances get messy. They do not flinch when problems become heavy. They do not weigh their presence against convenience. Instead, they stay. Because they care. Because they understand that real love, real friendship, and real connection are tested in the hard times, and they rise to meet those moments with quiet courage. So, as you reflect on the people in your life, ask yourself, who has been there when life demanded strength I didn't yet have? Who has refused to turn away, even when it would have been easier? Hold on to them. Cherish them. Celebrate them. Because the truth is simple yet profound. Hold on to the ones who stay, not because they must, but because they choose to. These people are rare treasures. And in the later chapters of your life, they will be the reason your heart remains open, your spirit remains strong, and your journey feels meaningful. Not alone. As we come to the close of this reflection, it is worth pausing to truly understand one simple truth. No one enters your life by chance. Every single person who crosses your path, whether briefly or for a lifetime, is there for a reason. Some arrived to teach you lessons you didn't know you needed. Some arrived to heal wounds you didn't realize were still open. Some arrived to remind you of laughter, joy, or the parts of yourself you may have forgotten. And some arrive simply to stay, offering steadfast support when the world seems uncertain or heavy. As we grow older, we come to understand that life is no longer about how many people we know, or how full our social calendar appears. It is about quality over quantity. It is about recognizing the rare souls who see you deeply, who challenge you to grow, who make your heart lighter, and who remain when everything else fades away. These are the people worth holding on to. These are the people who make life meaningful. These are the people who transform your journey from a mere passage of time into a story of love, loyalty, joy, and authenticity. So, as you reflect on the relationships in your life, consider this carefully. Hold on to the ones who see you, not the version of you that performs or impresses, but the real you, your true essence. Hold on to the ones who challenge you, not to hurt you, but to push you toward your highest potential. Hold on to the ones who make you laugh, not just in fleeting moments, but in ways that remind your heart that joy still exists, even when life gets serious. Hold on to the ones who stay, not because they are obliged, but because they genuinely choose to walk beside you through every storm, every shadow, and every triumph. And here is the final, most important reminder as we grow older. Let your circle shrink, but let it grow stronger. Choose depth over numbers, truth over comfort, and connection over noise. Treasure the few who are worth your heart. Release the rest without regret. Because at the end of the day, it is not the people who come and go who define your story. It is the ones who remain, through laughter, through tears, through the quiet moments, and the stormy ones, who truly shape the life you live, the joy you feel, and the legacy you leave behind. Hold them close. Cherish them. And never take for granted the incredible gift of people who choose you, every single day. As you age, let your circle grow smaller but stronger. Choose depth over numbers, truth over comfort, and connection over noise.